The Lord prompted me and he said, Bill, go over to the computer. So I went over to the computer and I got into a search engine and I typed in 3 words. I typed in mail order bride and then I hit enter. Bang. I had 2 criteria for a wife, only 2 criteria. One is that they had to be the same faith that I was, and 2, they had to be attractive. And you send $60 away, and I send $60 away, and then the book comes, and it has these pictures of women with a bio and addresses and everything like that. And in the book, there was this one girl, Aileen, and I said, Aileen, there's something special about this girl. There's an aura about her or something. I said, I hope she writes me back. I left the house and it was the coldest night in January, and I walked around the corner and I started to walk down the sidewalk, and all of a sudden it popped into my head, it popped in and said, I got to prove myself to God. And I'm thinking, well, how do I do that? And pops into my mind, Bill, you got to walk in front of the traffic. And I'm walking toward these cars and trucks, and cars were putting on their brakes and swerving around me, and transport trucks were coming, they're blowing their horns and things like that. And literally I was out there walking toward traffic. Now, I was out there a couple of minutes and I didn't get hit, thank God, and I got back on the sidewalk. I get this thought in my head and I say, you know what, Bill, you have to prove yourself to God again. And I'm thinking, how do I do that? It pops into my mind and says, Bill, you don't need anything, absolutely nothing, not even the clothes on your back. So I start taking off my clothes, off my jacket, my shirt, my pants, my underwear, and finally I'm totally naked underneath the streetlight. And I look up and I said, beam me up, Scotty. Well, Scotty didn't beam me up, but he did call the police. I had thoughts of telepathy. I thought I could read other people's mind or they could read my mind. I was hearing voices. I was very paranoid. I've gone through 6 hospitalizations. I lived in 3 different group homes. I had a suicide attempt. I was very, 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 very ill. And so I remember that. I remember writing a suicide note and saying that I can't stand the darkness anymore. I can't stand the depression, and I hated my life. I hated it. And so when I OD'd on sleeping pills, and I fell asleep, and the next thing I know is that I'm waking up in a psychiatric ward. Absolutely no hope in that in that situation. No hope at all. And the only answer seems to be to not exist. So I spent 5 years on the couch. I basically would wake up and then come on the couch and just lay there thinking of ways to kill myself, thinking that I have nothing to offer, everything like that. The fact was, my reality consisted of, I realized I had lost my friends, I had lost my house, I had lost my job, my financial security, and I was just another one of these 100 people who suffer from this illness called schizophrenia. And at times, I literally I thought, well, maybe I should commit a crime so I could be put in jail and be out of society's way and wouldn't have any expectations on me or feel that I had to accomplish anything. Bye-bye, Dwight.
I need my snow pants.
Are they in the closet? Oh, you can get them. You can get them. How about marking your snow pants for you, Dwight? Today, my life is nothing like it was years ago. I can remember thinking, I wish I was anybody else. I wish I was anybody else except me. And today I can say, I wouldn't want to be anybody else except me. Today, I'm a successful publisher. I publish a national mental health magazine called Schizophrenia Digest. And I do a lot of public speaking and traveling and going to conferences. So I love what I do. I just feel that I have a purpose in my life, and I'm living my purpose, and so I'm very, very content in all aspects of my life. And in August of 1998, Aileen and I, we were married in the Philippines, And so we'll be celebrating our 8th anniversary in August. We are very compatible. Aileen helps me out in so many ways at work, and we just complement each other in so many ways that it's really great. We have Dwight, who's going to be 5 in May, and Hannah Faith, who is 2.5 years old. Well, you know, my wife, she was telling me that I should get a hobby, you know, get some kind of a hobby. And I told her, I already have a hobby. And she says, well, what's that? And I said, loving you is my hobby. God has a plan for your life, and we say, oh, sure, you know, that's just something people say. But in my case, I truly believe that. I believe that God has a plan for my life, and I had to go what I had to go through so I could do what I do today. What I do is I look at it as part of my ministry, helping people with mental illness to educate them and to break the stigma and to say that there is life after schizophrenia.